project and we'll call it a day for today. Okay, moving on. Now this was where we stopped in our last class. First of all, we were able to do this, which is your back to courses. We were able to like set this particular design in our last class, and looking at it, it doesn't exactly look the same, but at least I know that everybody understands how to set your display now, how all of these things work. Now, this is the last day in week 3. Starting from next week, I'll be giving us a Figma design that I'll be working on. In fact, I'll give you a lot of Figma design. I'll work on one particular design with you throughout next week. Then, throughout week 5, you will now work on another design yourself. There's going to be an assignment for week 4. You work on that at all. You come in week 5, you work on another one yourself. Now, why am I doing this? I need to make sure that you understand how to design, how to use the CSS, how to use your HTML. Trust me, if you have issues with HTML and CSS, you cannot understand JavaScript. Now, it's not that you cannot understand JavaScript, but you cannot really be an efficient front-end developer, except you want to go into back-end. But if you want to be a front-end developer, the core fundamentals that you need to get are HTML and CSS. Know how to deal with them. So that's why I'll be giving you a lot of projects, right? And it's going to help you a lot. It's going to help you a lot. So we're going to be going into building Figma designs next week. But for now, let me just talk more on this and give us more to do with this particular design. Now, we stopped in our links in our last class, right? I said we're going to talk about published in this class, and we're going to talk about view. And just to add, I'm going to make sure that all of these features that you're seeing, we will add them. The only feature we probably will not add are this one that has this blue, and maybe if I switch now, okay. So if I switch to this particular place now, this gray background and this blue underline that you're seeing has that's something that we're not going to add because it will require JavaScript for us to add it. So I'm not going to do that. So what we're just going to do is we're going to work on overing. So once you over, I said the text changes to what? White. If you notice, the same thing here changes to white. When I over on this one, also it changes to what? White. Then when I over on this, the blue kind of becomes, dimmer. This one is brighter. This one is a little bit dim. And when I over on this one, you can see that it changes from gray to blue. So we're going to talk about all of these things in today's class. Now, the first thing I will be doing in today's class is styling this published and making this published look exactly like this. So how are we going to do this? First of all, you need to know that look at what you have inside of this published. What can you notice in this published, please? Can you tell me? What are the things you notice in the published? Just go ahead. Ma. Thank you very much. Hey, sorry. I actually thought I shared my screen. Okay, so thank God we've not gone far. Can you see my screen now, please? Can you see my screen there? Okay, good. So let us move on. Now, if you look at this publish that is right here, what do you notice? I need us to like say something. What do you notice? Not strike. Try it now. Try it. What do you notice? No, it's not hard. Just tell me what you notice. Sorry? I can't think. Okay, this arrow, good. Then, but also look at the that's the answer. That's this arrow here for the drop down menu. But we will not be adding the arrow because of actually I think we should add this arrow. On a second thought, I do not think this published should be a button. Why is it not a button? Okay. So it's an option, right? So as you can see, if I click on it, it is bringing down something which is make a draft. So how do we do this? Thank you very much for that observation. How do we do this? Okay, so create an input select on our HTML. So instead of using button, right? All I have to do is just say select, right? Now in this select, I'm going to give it an ID of PUB just to have the same and in the select we have two. First one should be published, right? While the second one should be what? Make a draft. So let's check it out. Exactly. So published, make a draft. Do you understand it now? So I can select, make a draft. But the problem now is it's not showing us published. Although this is normal though, but there is still something that we can do to make sure that this doesn't show. But that's going to like take us into much more functionalities. So let us leave that. Let's just leave it like this. So now, how then do we go ahead? How do we style this to make it look like this? That's our first question. It's like I don't like the way the class is this morning. We are too quiet. I don't want us to be quiet, please. Okay. That part it well. Let me do this published. People go ahead and do view for me. So this is not to talk. At least you try to code. So that's it. So I'll do publish to go ahead and do view. Now the first thing I need to know is that your published has a background color of this blue, right? So I'm going to use my scene detector again to copy this color right here. So I think this should be the color, right? So I'm going to copy the color. I'm going to paste it on the chart. So in case you need it, I'm going to paste it on the chart so you can have access to it. So I've sent it to you to the chart. Now, our published needs to have this background color, right? So now for it to have this background color, all you have to do is come right here to your CSS. Now, your publish is under which you don't have BTN, right? BTNs. So I cannot say dot BTNs dot PUB. We now have a background color. Let's see background color of ash. Yes. Huh? Yes, is oh thank you very much. I do. Now if you go ahead and check it out now, you should have a blue color. You understand it now? So again, that is one thing that you need to know. The background is what? Blue. So you have to change it to blue. And now, there's one more thing. If you check here, we kind of have like a box surrounding this thing. Let me zoom it so everybody can see it. So, Kaisa is disfigured. See, everything that we are doing is disfigured. That's one thing about responsiveness. So, responsiveness is not going to make sure that whenever you are building for different screens, it is not going to be disfigured. So instead of it being disfigured, it's going to resize. That's why your Facebook on your phone is different from how it looks on your laptop. Because it reshapes, they reshape everything on different screen sizes. But that's not the topic for today. Now looking at it, Kaisa there is like a grayish corner or background or borders around it, right? So one thing that we have to do is that we have to remove those borders. Now to remove those borders, all we have to do is to give it a border of none. So can I give it a border border of none. Now let's check it out. So now, as you can see, we no longer have the borders. Do we? No, no more borders there. Now, that's that about that. The next thing that we have to do is to change the text color. The color here is white, right? But the color here is what? Black. So we have to change the text color. So I'm going to go ahead and change the text color, right? So we're going to say color was white. So if you check it out now, both they drop down and then this is what is now white. Now, we've gotten the first part. What's the next part? Now, this is another problem. That's another problem. So the problem now is that whenever you now try to like click on a select button, what happens? You now have everything styled the same way. So probably we'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get here. So now, moving on. Now, the next thing that you need to know is that it has like a padding inside of it. Why? There's spaces around it, right? And then it has a curved edges. Just like now. So how do we get this space inside? Can give me the padding. So, but you also have to notice the padding left and right. I think it's bigger than top and bottom. You can help us look at it. So, come in. Trying to see if but look at the padding top and left and right here, and look at top and bottom. Which one is bigger, or are they equal? Are they equal, or is one of them bigger? They look equal. Are they equal? Which one is bigger? Sides are bigger. Left and right are bigger. The top and bottom are probably smaller. Okay, good. That means for us to do that, we can give left and right 2 rem. So we can say padding left and right, top and bottom of 1.1 rem, then left and right of 1.5 rem. So you can go ahead and check it out. Yeah, this is what we have. Now this is another problem now. Problem is this one is sticking to the end no matter what. That's the problem. So we'll look for a way to solve that. But I think 1.5 rem is too much. So I'm going to give it 1 rem instead. And this one, we're going to give it 0.7 rem. Okay, I think it looks like it now. More or less. Okay, so now the next thing is also the curved edges, right? Now, how do we get those curved edges? So one thing that we can do is we can use our border radius. So I'm going to give it like 1 rem. Check. It has to cut. Has to cut. So let's give it 10 pixels instead. I think this is too cold. So let's give it 8 pixels. Yeah, I think this is better. Looks. I think this is better. So now, you understand it of this one? Eh? You understand? Wait, I hope everybody understands. If you don't understand, please let me know. It's not clear, okay? So one person, how many other people? All right. Mr. Emmanuel, is it clear to you? Okay, of course. I know it can't be clear yet. Mr. Esosa, is it clear? It's clear. Okay. Chua, is it clear to you? Okay. Mr. John, is it clear? All right. So, I have to explain it again for you. So, look like we want to get water. So, which one are you going to put like this? Okay, get water. All right. So, to those online, is this clear, please? Mr. Pius, actually explain it again. I'll explain it again now. I'm going to stop recording here and I'm going to explain.